My name is Tomislav Savov from Social Evonet. I would ask to address my question to Barbara de Introno about consumer products. I would like to ask when will they be available in Bulgaria, and will we see them for the holidays? My second question is, what is the partnership between Microsoft and Intel with Fujitsu? Could you give us a little more information? And third question may be about mobility. How involved is Fujitsu in that? Thank you.
Okay, so starting with your first question regarding when the system will arrive in Bulgaria. So I can say, because I'm from headquarters, and then I will hand over to my colleagues, that we just started the production of the new Ultrabook, the Livebook U, and the Livebook S series now in December. The other products will come in January timeframe, and then depending, I think, on the logistics, they will arrive in Bulgaria. So I would say at least mid of Q1 next year, the model should be available in Bulgaria.
January.
Yeah, the first model is already in January, because as I said, the production has started for some models already, and then, depending on the logistics, they will arrive. The second question, if I remember right, was regarding Intel and Microsoft.
Correct.
So we have a very, very strong cooperation for years now with Intel and Microsoft. So in the past, we still had some models, for instance, with other processors integrated in our systems. So now on the notebook side, we are focusing only on Intel technology. There's also the trend regarding Android operating system. So especially on the consumer side, this is what we see, is that there's a huge growing market on Android operating system, but most of the business users are still focusing on Microsoft. So this is why we bring both Intel with the full set of manageability features like vPro, as I've mentioned before in my presentation, and all the security features like advanced theft protection. If the system is stolen, that you can also easily track the system where it is. This is supported by Intel, but also all the business features which is supported by Microsoft. So we will bring both together, that in the end, for end customers, the systems are made, are the perfect, let's say, combination of both two, operating system and chipset technology. I hope this answers your questions regarding cooperation with both two partners. The third question was regarding mobility and mobility trend. As we mainly address with our mobile portfolio and also on the PC side, our business customers, we see a huge trend in terms of investing into mobile devices. Our PC market is very flat and stable for a while, for a long year. But especially on the mobile side, we see a growth, not just only on a traditional notebook, because the growth rate, as you know, is more or less driven by tablet PCs in the market, and this is also what we see, not just what IDC says and all Gartner says, it's also what we see on our figures. But we have to say, the tablet PC business itself is more or less influenced by consumers. So nearly every consumer buys a tablet PC. In business environments, they still prefer an ergonomic working, so that means they need also a keyboard for content creation, so not just a tablet, a pure tablet. So this is why we still see a healthy balance between notebook and tablet PCs in the business environment. Depending on the use case of our customers and on the area, for instance, in healthcare environment or insurance companies, they more and more investing into tablets, because this is how they can create more or less an efficient working, because they don't waste time in filling out papers and forms, they directly do it on a tablet PC.
Thank you. One last question maybe. Are you planning a 7 or 8-inch tablet?
Yeah, so the mini tablet itself, it's also a market which is growing at the moment, but we won't invest into those devices, because these are more or less sold only in consumer environment. So due to lower price, of course, compared to a 10-inch or 12-inch device, so we won't invest into those devices in this fiscal year, or in this calendar year, the next one, 2014.
Thank you.